then this is the craziest, bro.
That's hard.
Afterwards, I got invited to a threesome with these ladies, and one of them gave me some cocaine, and I got all fucking scared because I never done any cocaine.
Is that the story you told on it was Joe Rogan or something? I watched where you were talking about like the time you were like in New York. Now you were supposed to do something the next morning.
Oh, that was with Daryl Strawberry.
Yes, you were interviewing Daryl Strawberry.
Man, that was a tough night,
sucks,
man. Well, just that,
I know that feeling.
The fun
wasn't really something I was on, but just to keep going, there was some kind of discrepancies with his story about where he was from and what he was representing as far as being a hood kid or whatever. And so after that, I kind of just learned there was like a lull. There was like a 5 or 6 year period where nobody was checking for white rappers. You know what I'm saying? But I knew like you just got to represent who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that's in the spirit of hip hop and where hip hop comes from and like the principles, you know, the guiding principles are based on like, you know, just truly, accurately, honestly represent who you are, where you come from and what it was like there and tell your story, honestly. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to work. You know what I'm saying? If you do it and you figure out a way to make it dope. And so I had developed that within myself. Cause like my first raps I ever wrote, like in 1992, like at my mom's kitchen table in the 9th grade was just rolling in the benzo, letting the bass drop when 5 motherfuckers rolled by in a drop top. Like, you know, talking about like boys in the hood, like cause I didn't know how to, and that was part of what you're talking about, like the whole journey of me trying to figure out how within using hip hop is the outlet, expressing who I was and where I came from, you know, growing up on a farm, you know what I'm saying, in LaGrange, Georgia.
Farm, but some of the animals got gold chains on.
Hey, man, know? I never cared about music. Music was all around me. I had an older brother that loved like metal bands like Iron Maiden. Big shout out to Russ. Iron Maiden's his favorite band, all-time band. So he was into that type of music. Then I had my oldest brother, Jay. Shout out to Jay. He liked like Parliament Funk, Camelot, you know what I'm saying, George Clinton, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, P-Funk. And then my dad likes like throwback country, you know, traditional country. And my mama just likes to dance. You know what I'm saying? So music was all around, but it just didn't speak to me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care about it. It was just something in the background. But when I heard them, somebody say, hey, we want some put. When I heard that, I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
Then when I heard Boys in the Hood, when I heard Too Short, I was like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe you didn't even know you had that in you.
It just spoke. I knew it was good. When I heard Brass Monkey by the Beastie Boys, I heard it and it was just like, man, this is going to be a part of my life forever. I just feel it. It just speaks to me. Like, I don't know, the raw expression, the 808 drum, like, man, it was a lot to do with that 808, honestly, man, like for real, because that wasn't really a part. The boom bap was kind of like the New York wave of hip hop. But when the West Coast finally got its turn, it was like Too Short and WA. Like that 808 drum was rattling, you know what I'm saying? So,
dude, I remember, when some of that shit came through our neighborhood, because I didn't grow up country, I just grew up in like a rural kind of white area.
Right.
Because Louisiana doesn't get like a redneck vibe. Louisiana is just, it's a lot of like grandchildren like pirates.
Vibe, like further south.
You got Cajun people, you got a lot of mix, kind of like a lot of yellow skin, kind of like light skin black dudes. You got some kind of
like
dark
Creole type
vibe. You
got
some people just fucking, you don't know what color they are, bro.
Right.
You know, they don't even know. Fuck.
No, Louisiana's a different kind of place now.
They got a lot of pirates, grandchildren of pirates and shit like that. You know,
shout out to old Broadnecks. You know, there's a country rapper that's doing this thing right now that he's from Monroe, Louisiana.
And they call him Broadneck?
Broadnecks. That's his last name.
Broadnecks.
Yeah, John, I think it's John Broadnecks or whatever, but he's representing Louisiana. And he's got that Louisiana flavor about the way he does his thing, but it's like kind of country white boy, you know, Louisiana type flavor, which I wouldn't call it like country, like farm type country. It's just more like swampy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were just trying to express yourself, really.
Yeah, and then it was just, it's kind of like a puzzle too. You're just trying to figure out how to fit the pieces together and make it seem cool, ultimately. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, there are some pretty interesting dynamics to rural life, you know what I'm saying, that maybe some people just aren't typically aware of, you know what I'm saying? But just now I'm not trying to say that violence in the community and all that stuff is cool. It's a terrible thing, but ultimately, if you're representing yourself as a person that persevered and made it through that, and that's your testimony of like, you know what I'm saying, that's cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard, you know what I'm saying? But basically, I was like, well, this is it. You know what I'm saying? I got to just give it what I have to offer, you know what I'm saying? And I just told the story of what I'd been through and what my life had been like. And, you know, there was enough people that related to it for me to be able to keep doing this as a job without having to get a real job for 20-something years, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, dude, everybody. I mean, it was crazy, man, when you hit
we get to the studio up in Atlanta. It was called 8 Ball Recording Studios. I'll never forget. So I had my $300. He had his $300. We got like a 12-hour block.
Oh, damn, boy. Now, does that mean producers are in there with you?
No. Listen, so then we get in there, and he's like, all right, what's y'all's beats? And we're like, huh?
Oh.
It hadn't even occurred to us that we were gonna need beats, and so basically, so we saved up all this money over a period of months too.
Oh,
like,
sure, that's a lot of money at that point.
and he's kind of representing to me like I know what to do. I know what to do. And then, but we get there and we ain't got no beats and we don't know how to make no beats. But the guy was actually cool enough to sit there and kind of like allow us to like. He basically made some garbage beat, but like held our hands there when we felt like we were doing it or something. And we recorded 2 songs. One was called Nothing But Game, Theo.
Oh, dang.
It ain't nothing but game coming out my mouth, player. There's like the rap was like, right quick, I'm bringing tight shit for these jealous marks to jock, belling through the parking lot when my partner sparked the chop. Now I'm feeling kind of strange, like my state of mind done changed. Off that hurricane and dank, I'm starting to think that I'm deranged.
Dang, bro.
Type shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that had to make you feel good though.
Oh
huh?
man, it was it was terrible, man. Like it really was, but I was so proud. I mean, I had something recorded on a cassette tape and we could ride around and listen to it.
I can feel it right
Man,
now.
I'm
You
telling
walk
you,
out
bro.
there, you're like, we fucking got something.
But the people, when I got to Athens.
Whoop that trick.
Oh, man, it was just that, it wasn't that good. Nowhere near that good. Because I won an Oscar. But basically, like, I just felt like, man, this is it. Like, I felt like I had already made it, basically. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm still working 3 jobs, selling mid-grade weed, like, but I'm like, dang, man, like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, girls come around, yeah, I'm a rapper. What do you mean? Yeah. Oh, I play you my song. You know what I'm saying?
You got a business card now.
Oh, man. Don't let me, like, steal, like, a laminate from, like, a tour or something, like So Dev, because Fat Shan, the producer that I ended up working with in Athens, and all those guys, Bobby and Colt, were close to Jermaine Dupri. They worked with Jermaine Dupri, and they had, like, all these stuff, jackets and stuff that said So Dev on it. So anytime I could, like, I would try to get that jacket for a night and go just post up and be like, oh, this whole thing? What do you mean? And so just flexing, you know what I mean? It's like feeling like I kind of like manifested certain things by, like I would tell girls, the Dungeon family is a very important, what's the word? I mean, a musical family in Atlanta that consists of Outkast, Goodie Mob.
Like a dynasty or something?
I mean, just the forefathers, they're the pillars in my view, of hip hop in Atlanta, as far as representing Atlanta for real, in an accurate way. But I used to tell girls that I was the white member of the Dungeon family. Like 5 years before.
Like the accountant or whatever.
No, I was the white rapper.
Okay.
Yeah, like and like it was said, and I think it probably was said by Rico from Organized Noise, who was kind of the dungeon was his mother's basement. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
his mother's house. So he was kind of the patriarch. Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah, the Airbnb owner.
Yeah, for sure. And so I'd heard that he said white folks shouldn't be participating in hip hop or something like that. But I was always like, well, he gonna love me. He gonna love me because I'm for real. Like I'm real with my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm representing who I am. And some Georgia shit the right way. He gonna love me. Watch this. That's what I would tell like my friends. But I would tell girls that I'm in the Dungeon family. What do you mean? Like way before it could have even been anything remotely resembling reality. And I'd be damned if I ain't become a white boy in the Dungeon family.
Manifested it almost.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that's what I get from fake it till you make it. You know what I mean? And
yeah, so when do you start to know that you had a issue?
I was on tour with Blink 182. Shout out boy Travis Barker. And I had been prescribed Percocets for about 6 months. And then they just cut them cold turkey. And I knew nothing about addiction or physical dependence or withdrawals, dope scene. I knew nothing about shit. Then shit about shit. I knew shit about shit. And I had run out, and I just think I'm just done with that. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I had this process. You know what I'm saying? The bus would get into wherever we were going like that morning, and I would go in the hotel and I would sleep till like 3 o'clock. I would get up slowly. You know what I'm saying? I'd take a shower and stuff, and then before I would leave the hotel at like 5 o'clock, I would take I think I would take 2 pills and then like 4 shots of Patron. And that would get me like in the go be me in public and, start angling towards showtime, And I remember I obviously didn't have the pills, and I laid down trying to go to sleep like normal. 30 minutes later, I wake up sweating, just like feeling inside out. I'm like, oh shit, I'm sick. This is crazy. Like I think I'm just sick, like cold or flu or something. And I'm like, oh man. And I try to lay back down. Maybe take some cold medicine, lay back down, can't sleep. And I'm like, man, what is wrong? unique feeling. This is like I've never felt this exact type of thing before. And then it hit me. Damn, it's because I ain't got no pills. It's like, damn, am I addicted to these things? Like what? And I remember I talked to somebody, like probably my manager or somebody, and was like, you think I'm addicted to them? He's like, I don't know, maybe so. You know, so were you taking more of them than you were supposed to? And I was like, yeah, I mean, of course. But I was just like, you know, I don't know. It was just a foreign concept to me. You know, it's just, that was definitely one of those things. Like I had known some addicts, you know what I'm saying? Some drunks, a lot of drunks, you know what I'm saying? But
that's all they used to call them, really.
Yeah, right. And, for me, I just nobody ever thinks it could happen to them until it does. But I just remember being like, damn, I'm addicted to these. My perception at that time was really fucked. You know what I'm saying? But I remember I had like $500,000 worth of shows over like a 2-month period. And I told my manager, Bobby, I was like, man, I got to go. You know what I'm saying? I said, I can't do it anymore, man. I said, I'm about to check out of here or something. I don't know what's, and
how was it? Did it get pretty like? Because I've had I've had some times where I probably went to some strange, you know, I've been in some strange places trying to get some cocaine.
You know what it was for me? Getting chumped by people. Like, meaning like, I got the #1 song in the world at this time, and these motherfuckers got me sitting at this bowling alley for 6 hours.
Yeah.
And I couldn't take it anymore. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, man, I can't be a punk ass motherfucker but so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way my account is set up.
Oh, I want to do that's hilarious the way my account is set up. I want to do what I want to do, man. That's all. I've always been that way.
But
Have you always
just
been
to
that
know
way?
that somebody, they on the phone laughing to their homeboys talking about, man, Bubba Sparxxx, man, I got him sitting up here at this bowling alley, man, this shit crazy, you know, that kind of shit. And I'm just like,
you mean waiting for drugs?
Yeah, I'm just sitting there like, they're like, give you the money, and then they gonna ride up whatever, and I'm sitting there for 6 hours on a Saturday and probably missing some shit that I'm supposed to be, you know what I mean? And just I just couldn't, I couldn't do it anymore, you know what I'm saying? And then just tired of being dope sick, man. Like, you know, that was the deal at that time, you know what I'm saying, was the opiates, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't go down the same street, you know what I'm saying, like multiple times very often, you know what I'm saying, as far as that goes. But I would have never, at that time, I could have never seen there being a day, 6-hour period where I didn't use like some type of opiate at that time. And I thought I would never be able to get beyond that, you know, and I did, you know, and Suboxone's a part of my journey, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's the only way I was able to stop and stay stopped. As far as, and people say like, you just traded one addiction for another. Yes and no, because the difference is if I'm out here taking Roxy's and Oxycontin and whatever else, especially this fentanyl world that's going down out here now, that's a whole different level. But when you take Suboxone, you can take 4 milligrams a day. This is just my experience now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the judge, jury, and executioner on anything. You know what I'm saying? My opinion, in $2.50 will get you Coca-Cola. But
man, you sound like Riff Raff, bro. Y'all got some of the same thing, man. It's real interesting.
Man, you know, I ain't never met Riff Raff, man, but I know it's just certain people you just know you fuck with them. You know what I'm saying?
He's a special guy, man. He's cool. He's real creative too.
Nah, man, I seen him do that shit he did with the tennis racket that time, man. Some of the most unbelievable shit I ever seen, man.
He's a deep dude.
And we got several mutual, you know, but anyway, so, but you know, your tolerance doesn't go up on the Suboxone. You can take the same amount and your tolerance is never gonna like, you know, force you to take more whereas, you know, when